I think we're live. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. This is going to be a shorter session today, but I am going to play around with Tidal's mask function. Yeah, it's a function in Tidal that I have not really gotten to know until recently. For I don't know why, because it's really cool. Yeah, it's basically what. Well, just I don't want to recite what I'm reading on the screen here. Yeah, it takes a binary pattern and masks pattern with it. So basically, yeah, events are only carried over if they match a true event in the mask. I'm not going to go through any of these examples here. I'm going to use my drum machine. Oh, hello, hello, folks. Hey, now you're in chat over there and in plain text. Yeah, so mask is like, think of it like it's like a pattern gate, like an event gate. And it's insane. So I'm gonna play some kick drums. Make sure this works. It does. Let me know. Let me know if anything's not loud enough or too loud or whatever. Thank you for joining, friends. All right. Okay, so let's turn this into something that's dense, like a bunch of eighth notes. All right, so it's just a stream of 8 kick drums per cycle, and then all you have to do to use mask is just give it you give mask a pattern of ones and zeros, true and false, on or off. And so if we do mask 1, that means that everything coming through is just always going to be on. And if we change mask to 0, everything's off. If we do 1 and then 0, the first half of the cycle will be a mask will be on, the second half will be off. So you can obviously make a complex mask pattern of your choosing. I don't know, stuff like this. Or you could divide by 2, or you could do whatever groupings you want. Basically, the underlying rhythm is always, in this case, just going to be a constant stream of eighth notes. But the mask is just kind of randomly turning on and off. Not randomly, but it's turning that stream on and off as it's playing. So you can think of this as just kind of like a really complex gate pattern. And that's really all mask is. So, but you can kind of take this a lot farther. Let's see, what can we do with this? Sorry, I will try not to have drinking noises in the microphone. So, one thing I've tried with mask is to turn one pattern on and one pattern off, and have them kind of be complementary. So, for example, let's set up something here, and I'm going to try and optimize my code here. So let's get rid of all this crap. We'll make a stack, and we will put not that. All this is going to be the same through all of my patterns in the stack. So I'm just going to put that outside the stack, so the whole stack is always consistent. So we'll do MIDI chan 2, which is the kick drum. We'll give it a structure of eighth notes. All right, right, so that's what we had before. Let's do another pattern, and we'll do this one. We'll do 6 and 7. By the way, there might be a tornado. So if I suddenly get swept out of view, there may have been a tornado. Okay, so let's do, if I do this at 8. Tom-toms. Let's adjust those sounds a little bit. I want something kind of percussive. Yeah, that'll work. So what I want to do is I've got kind of a stream of 8th notes on the kick drum and then a stream of 16th notes on these toms that are kind of just like these percussive sounds. And what I want to do is I want one to come through, and then when the other plays, it was very flippant. It's a tornado watch. It's not a warning, meaning watch for a tornado. Warning means it's like imminent. I don't think there's a warning yet. Actually, my phone's been going off, so maybe it's changed to a. Maybe it's changed. No. Actually, it looks like it's gone. It's just a severe thunderstorm now. It's thundering right now. All right, so scrub the tornado. All right, so where were we? Yes. Okay, so I want the kick drum to play, and then if the kick drum turns off, I want to play the percussion. So I'm gonna put this all in a block up here. We'll do let Pat I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. I really don't know. Let's do is that 4? Yeah, okay. That or 8. That's 8. So that's 8. We're gonna make our mask this pattern here, and what we'll do is we'll mask Pat on the kick drum, and then we're gonna do a mask inverse Pat on the percussion. So now it should be kind of like this call and response kind of thing. Yep, this is good. So now I've got this kind of this gate of events. So if I wanted like I don't know, I don't like things to be super linear all the time, so let's make this longer than 8 steps. We'll do like a long string of notes, for example. So like the negative mask off will be like 5 8th notes in a row. So you get that kind of that run of percussion in there. Whatever. Okay, so the other thing I was thinking of doing is to, like a constant barrage of notes is, it's cool. Who doesn't like their constant barrages of notes? But I also thought it would be cool to do like a rest pattern. So if you wanted things to stop playing every once in a while, you could have a pattern like this where maybe every 5 eighth notes it's going to rest. So what if we did something like mask in rest, and this will just mute the whole stack, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's not invert it because that's hard to think of. So when it's a 0, it's going to mute the whole stack. So you get those little stops, which is kind of cool. Put another one in there. Is that loud enough? I can't. My headphone monitoring is all. I don't know what you're hearing. So this is cool, and you can of course do whatever kind of patterning logic in here you want. So if you wanted, you know, something that doesn't happen consistently every cycle, you can certainly put some logic in there like that. So there's no randomness in this at all. It's just straight up, it's like binary gates. The other thing I was thinking of is something like a, what if we could use a mask to change the sound that's playing? So I've got like a clap here. One moment. Getting away from the mic. I went for a hike today, by the way. So yeah, what if we had some sort of pattern, could we use mask to change what sound is playing? I don't really know, actually. How would we do that given all of this? We'd almost need like a separate, so if we did like a clap mask, something like this maybe. So then you can think of this like a backbeat kind of thing. I don't know. If we did, let's just get it playing. It's on MIDI Chan 3. And we'll offset this so it's in the second half of the cycle. So what I want to do is I want to create some, I guess, what am I trying to do? That's not what I want. So what if I had, that's not what I'm going for. What I want is, and we'll do like a mask. Yeah, so like it can just be its own pattern. So we could even give it the same pattern, but then we can mask this again and do like a clap mask, or this will be invert clap mask, and this will be mask clap mask. This is, I don't know if this is really practical. I'm just kind of making it up. And it's not doing anything. Oh. Oh. I think it's not playing much because I've got the clap mask, but yeah, I don't think I just want a straight pattern of eighth notes for the clap there. Yeah. So you can do stuff like that. If I change this to a struct of 4. Yeah. Every 4 mask. Yeah, I think you can. I don't see why not. So if we wanted to do like, oh yeah, you know what? If we did, so for example, let's get a hi-hat in here. So yeah, let's use maybe that conditional mask here. So if we do in MIDI Chan 10, although the hi-hat is subject to our rest. I don't want that. Let's move that out of here. We've got masks on top of masks on top of masks. Okay, so then let's do like every, I don't know, every 2 mask. Or just some random thing here. Nope. Parentheses. So yeah, so now the hi-hat mask is only happening every other cycle. So we could do like a fold every. There we go. So yeah, this is nuts to me because every sound is just a steady stream of its own, like, sound, or every sound is its own stream of sound. Every sound is just a stream of just like a linear stream of notes. So the hi-hat's a stream of 16, the claps are a stream of 4, the kick drum is a stream of 8, that percussion is a stream of 16. And everything's just being turned on or off based on these masks, which I've just created these insane layers now. This is... All right. So another thought. I think my mic is clipping a little bit. Try and adjust that. How to randomize it? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you can randomize a binary pattern. Like, I don't know that you could really randomize. I've never done that. Like something like, okay, like for example, could you do struct choose 0, 1, segment 8? Is that a thing? I don't think so. Yeah, Tidal doesn't like that. So I think when you're using struct or you're using a binary pattern, I think you have to actually type something. But there are other ways to randomize this. So let's say we wanted to do that with like the pattern. Maybe not so much randomizing, but what if we did like every, you could at least layer more conditional logic in here, like every 2 reverse. Sorry, I've got really weird indentation style. Hopefully this makes sense. So every 2 reverse, this is not going to compile in Tidal because you can't, this variable is just some arbitrary variable. It doesn't have a type when you start putting in other functions in here. So we just need to cast this to something that mask understands. So I think we just have to pattern bool, I think. Yeah. All right, so now we are conditionally reversing the mask every other cycle. But you could do, okay, so what if we wanted this to be kind of random? So we should be able to like shift this. So if you did, like an offset, but what if we did choose, is this a thing? No, I can't do that. Why doesn't it like that? Parse error. I've got a syntax error somewhere. Really? Oh, the paren, I think. There we go. So we could randomly shift the mask around, something like so in 16th note increments, we could just shift it randomly and sample from that list once per cycle. So now it's not really audible, but basically this mask, our main pattern mask, is now being randomly shifted by some number of 16th notes every cycle. You could also do something like sometimes reverse, or sometimes like slow 2, let's say. Let's try and neaten this up a little bit. Or sometime we want some cycles by, or some cycles. Yeah. So now I think 50% of the cycles, the rest will be longer intervals. We did slow 4. It's hard to, let me turn that hi-hat off, because the hi-hat is not obeying that rest. But it's hard to hear, but yeah, the rests are, yeah, 50% of the time they're just, the rest is slow. Let me make slow 8, so then the rest points should be longer. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you could pattern the slow for sure. Yeah. Let's change our clap mask. Sometimes we'll move it ahead. I don't know. I like stuff that's off the beat and not regular, so let's kind of move that clap around a little bit. Yeah, all right, so what else could we do? So mask is very similar. This is kind of a different topic, I guess, but mask is really similar to another function that's called while, where you can use a mask pattern to apply a function. So this is a terrible, so if you did like a terrible example maybe, but something like this. So on the second half of the cycle, we could do, you know, like fast 2 or something. So I wasn't really thinking of using while in this stream, but yeah, it's the same idea. So while is the same as mask, except you can apply a function. So it's like conditionally enabling a function. I was thinking of doing a stream a while ago where I used nothing but while and struct and Euclidean patterns, and a single Euclidean pattern to kind of make a whole stack from that. This is kind of the same thing. I mean, I could probably make a similar stack just with one mask pattern, and if I took out the rest, took out the clap mask, but just slowed them down or did more conditional stuff, I bet it would work. Mask effects. Yeah, I don't see why not. I I apologize. I'm not using SuperDirt samples, so I can't really use any of the Tidal effects right now that you would expect. But let me show an example on the MIDI drum machine that I'm using. Let's do a clean example here. because we like clean examples. Anybody have any big weekend plans now that the weekend's almost half over? I'm going to stream right now. All right. So we can do... no, that's okay. This should convey the same idea here. So I'm gonna think of this as an effect. I'm gonna introduce a MIDI control change to affect like the kick drum, like the pitch. Let's do that. So I have to refer back to documentation here because I don't remember any of this. So yeah, I'm using MIDI and just sequencing a synth here. So if I wanted to change a parameter on the synth, I'll need to send a MIDI control change on a given controller number, and I never remember what they are. So I've got to go into the documentation here. There it is. So this is the BD Classic voice. Tune 17. Okay, so let's go back here. We can do, so just as an example, CCN 17, MIDI Chan 2. We can do, I'll just randomize this so you can get a sense for what this is going to sound like. We'll do segment 1, range, rand. So I'm going to basically turn a knob through code. Once every cycle, I'm going to just randomly pick a spot for this knob to change the bass drum pitch. At least I thought I was going to. Oh, pound sign. There we go. Some of these notes are pretty low. Let me... So you can kind of think of the CCV pattern as like a kind of like an effect in Tidal. So if you use like the shape, so for example in Tidal you've got things like shape, delay, reverb, room size, coarse, crush, speed, all of those things. You can think of CCV as the same thing. I'm just randomizing it here. Okay, so the question was, can we mask effects? Yeah. I'm not sure if this is a good example or not, but... All right, so let's do a saw shape. So let's put a mask on this effect so that it only happens every so often. And it should hold its position then, I think. So as the saw ramps up, it should stop moving every so often. I don't know what this is going to sound like. So if we do something like this. I'm going to slow this down. Okay. Yeah, I never thought of doing this, so thanks for suggesting. So basically, we've got this continuous saw shape modulating the bass drum pitch, but with the mask, that knob turn or that saw wave turns off. So it stops and holds that effect where it's at when the mask is off. So yeah, this is really cool. I'd never thought of that. Cool. All right, great suggestion. Honestly, this is about all I was thinking of talking about today. I just wanted to kind of share what I had kind of learned. Unless there's other suggestions, I think I'll wrap it up. And I have to start defrosting some chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna eat chicken. But just want to pause. Is there anything else I could try? Anything else? I don't think so. So yeah, masks on top of masks, logic in front of masks, casting the type as bool so you can use it somewhere else. Bass drums way up there. Yep. Sorry, I'm going to eat an animal today. I hear you. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for tuning in, and just let the whole world know my dietary habits. That's great. All right. So thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the future. I know. Okay. I'm glad there's no tornado. I gotta turn off my stream. There we are. Okay. All right. Thanks. Have a good one. Okay. Bye. Thanks. Bye.